All right, welcome everybody to the live stream here tonight. 1RC Racing here at Lanes Raceway. I'll be your host tonight, Donovan Kirtley, as we are going to get underway. We are actually going to, after practice, which our first practice is up now, and that's for Dirt Late Model Beginner, Isaac Shepard, Chris Henderson, Tim Hall, and Gabriel Kirtley. After practice, the guys need to bring their cars over to me, and then from that point forward, we're going to have a little thing to hold the cars until they go racing, because we're going to check the cars, make sure everything's on the up and up before they race. Haven't really had any issues as per se of people cheating or anything, but we just want to get in a good habit. James Deckard says hello. Hello, James. How's it going, man? But tonight we plan on running late model, super late model, sprint car, open wheel, and midget. I believe we have enough cars to do so, so we're planning on doing that. Gabriel Kirtley's out there right now turning times. Richie Austin, evening. Cool looking RC cars. Richie, these are 1RC cars. Several different types of classes here. Gabriel Kirtley, they're currently running a late model, and that is a crate late, because if it was a super late model, that thing would be humming right now. So the fastest he's turned right now, 4.20. If that was a super late, that thing would be in 3 seconds for sure. But anywho, the guys are going to practice here. 3 minutes or 27 seconds left. I'm going to go in the back real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to grab a little holder for the cars and stuff so that we can get the guys to tech here after practice. All right, looks like they're rolling into the next dirt late model beginner. Jason Howard, Jamie Fulcher, Garrett Burden, Blake Panel. Setting up a couple of these trays here, folks, if I can. Thank you, T.
You're welcome, one.
Open practice 5 minutes. Okay. Richie Austin says, evening, Gabriel. Gabriel says, hello, Richie. Oh, let's see here. Did I miss any other? James Deckard, good here in Tennessee. Awesome. Good evening, guys. John. Hello, John. John's back, everybody. So, guys, tonight, each one of the classes here, I'm going to swap over here to a little view here of me. Each one of the classes that win the A main will get them a sticker here to put on their box, A main. And then, of course, if we have more than one person in the B main, they'll get them a B main winner sticker here. And that's what these guys are kind of racing for. Kind of keeps it casual, makes it to where that it's not, racing for paychecks here, basically, and people cheating, and it keeps the cheating levels down. Let's just put it that way. But it's always better to run for a little bit of something. That way you got a little bit of something on the line. Because if you don't, then you have a bunch of people just saying, well, I didn't give it my best. Nobody likes hearing that. We've all heard that when we were kids. Well, I didn't give it my best. Garrett Burden's out there right now running his car. So, Gabe, is it now community practice for everything? Okay. Open practice late model. Open practice late model. Jason Hire getting his white car out there. Just to go over a few things changed from last week when we teched these guys. I got some die calipers here. So the late model's width of 23 millimeters, 39 millimeters the height for the late models. They will have to pass that tech for their tires. Sprint car in the front, the width is 15, the height is 39. The rear is 26 and the height is 46. The open wheel mod class is 17 meters width, 38 millimeters tall. And the midget fronts are 14 in the front, 31 in or 31 height for the fronts. And the rear for the midget is 21 width, 35 height. So we just want to make sure these guys are definitely not running a different class tire on these cars because, as you guys know from seeing last week, just how much of a difference it makes running like street tires on this track versus the dirt tires. Of course, the dirt tires here at Lanes Raceway have just a little bit of extra having to drive these cars because they're kind of knobby. The street tires almost like slick, so they really grip hard to the track. And it takes away some of the variance. And I think that's kind of really what we're here for. We want that variance. We want them to act like dirt cars and stuff. Gale Force Raceway, hey gang. Mike's a little low again. Might be because the audio from the track and commentary seem equal. Okay, give me 1 sec. Let me check that out. Okay, we're muted there. Yes, you can bring them over here. I'll check them for you. All right, I'm going to turn the volume up here a little bit. Should be able to hear a little bit better now. It looks like my microphone's having issues here, it looks like. Is that better, Gale Force? All right, let's see this one. Thank you, Gale Force. Right now, I'm just checking the cars to make sure that they're going to pass tech here. And this is the crate late model, the beginner class here at Lanes Raceway. Everything looks good on that one. All right, let's check this one. Okay. All right, Chris, looking good, man. Good to go, man. All righty, Tim. Tim, that's going to have to come out. Hmm. And this over here, too. Let's see, did I check that? I did. All right, Tim, good to go. All right, looks like Jamie Fulcher's still out there. Gale Force, these are 1/18th. They're running 1/18th late models here. All right, guys, practice over for the Dirt Late Model Beginners class. Dirt Modified up next. Garrett, Tim, Blake, Gabriel, Jason, and Jamie. What's this? Oh, Garrett's. Okay. All right, Garrett, good to go. Thank you, man. That late model done got the roof off on it, huh? Well, you'll definitely want to plug it the way it was before, or it will smoke it. You might just want to copy somebody else's. Gabriel Kirtley right now out there in the Dirt Modified class. 4.280. Yes, the track is bigger than it looks. It is about a little over 4 foot wide, 16 foot in the corners. And on the straight stretches, I want to think it's 20 or 22 foot long, something like that. So for a total of like 30 something foot, 32, I think. Jason Howard out there rolling around the track, getting his blue and white car out there. Jason Howard right now turning the best time so far, 4.230. He's got that car in tune this week. Jason wants to get one of these A main stickers for sure. If you guys are just now tuning in, I'll show you what these guys are racing for. And also, if you're watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your friends and family. But A main's going to get one of these stickers to put on their box. And if we have more than one person in the B main, they'll get these B main winner sticker too. Of course, it's big bragging rights for these guys. And they do like to rub it in each other's faces for sure. Now they don't take it to the extent of, in the late model class or anything like that, trying to slide stuff that I've noticed. They all buy the 1RC parts and stuff here. They can also get them online, but of course it's just a little bit better to get them here. You don't have to pay shipping. We keep everything pretty close to MSRP. Our cars are about the only thing that are a little bit above MSRP, but you get a month of track time on it. All the parts and stuff are MSRP here at Lanes Raceway. Yes, I'll need to tech those. All right, now we're teching the open wheel. I'll swap over here so you guys can see that. So basically what we're looking for is wanting to see that the motor here is a 8700, and then making sure that they're running all the tires here the same size for the uh, open wheel class. And then we want to make sure they're running a 1RC 5-cell battery, which he is. And we also want to make sure they're not using any aftermarket tie rod ends or adjustable stuff here for like the pro classes. So everything's good on his so far. And the open wheel 17 looks good there. Good there. And then the height is 38. Looking good there. Looking good there. All right, you're good to go, Blake. Thank you. So Blake passing tech there. And as you guys can tell, these cars are pretty close to the same speed. Gale Force Raceway, wow. So my slot car table, 4 foot by 22 foot itself, now even more deceiving. Tim, you ready for tech? All right, let me check her out here. So 17 there, and what's the height of the wheels? 38. 38. Good. Good. Check the battery. I get it open here. We got a 1RC 5-cell battery. 8700. Looks good, Tim. Thank you. All right, guys, that is the end of dirt modified practice. Up now, super dirt late model practice starting now. 17, 17, 38, 38. No battery. You'll need to get a 5-cell 1RC battery in here. 8700. Everything else looks good. Thank you, Garrett. Gale Force Raceway, I'll be back. Got to watch my buddy's live slot car auction for a bit. Cheers. See you later, Gale. All right. So 17, 17, 38, 38. All right, 5-cell looking good. There you go. Thank you, Jamie. Hang on, I got him. I got him. I just put him in, Gabe. He's good. Okay. All right, Tim, let me take a peek here. Super late mod. Looks like 23. What do we got there? Late model. 23. Dead on it. 23. Dead on it. So 38. 39. Good. Good. Okay. The Luminaire. Okay. 10,000. Okay. Interesting. All right, you're good to go. Looks good. Gale Force Raceway, yes, guys, if y'all haven't checked out Gale Force Raceway's channel, please do. He's got, he goes to like meets and stuff where they sell a lot of HO stuff and things like that. I've actually watched a few of his videos. One of his buddies, I think his name's Pork Chop, I think is the guy's name. I could be mistaken about that. It was a couple of days ago since I watched it, but he makes like bleachers for like HO tracks, but they would look really, really good also on slot car, like 124 scale stuff. Like they actually look like big bleacher sets. And I'm going to eventually get something like that set up here for this to give us a whole infield look and make it look like a little miniature racetrack. That's, of course, the future. Guys are talking a lot of smack over about lap times and everything. Minute and 32 seconds left to go in this practice session, and then we'll be moving on in to our qualifying. Pork Chop Customs. That's it. See you, Gale Force. Good to go, man. Thank you. Blake Panel just got his car checked there. You can see up here in the upper left hand or middle left portion of your screen, you can see me waving right here. You'll see the guys come up here from time to time and get their stuff checked. Just upgraded our live time here. We had to upgrade to the bigger one here. We ran out of room for all of the transponders, so I think we're in the pro class. James Deckard says he'll take the white car for the W. Hey, Jason, James on here says he's going to take you for the W tonight. James Deckard, he says he's got the white car for the W tonight. Gabriel Kirtley says he'd be wrong. James Deckard, you want to say hi to him? Hang on a second.
Tell him I said thanks for the biggest fan.
Hang on. You just tell him. There you go, Jason.
I appreciate that there, biggest fan. I forgot they can hear you.
They might have been able to hear you. They can see you on that up middle left-hand screen there. I was trying to get him on the big screen there, but he wouldn't come over close enough. I guess I stink. We will find out, James, if he is going to bring home the W. I know he's been hunting for it for the past 2 weeks. The first week, Lanes Raceway made their own little Lanes Raceway cutout sticker here, and there was only one of those given out. Gabriel Kirtley was able to take that, and this last week he ended up taking another one, and then Tim Hall took 2. All right, guys, dirt late model beginner class qualify 5 minutes. Isaac Shepard, Chris Henderson, Blake Panel, Jamie Fulcher. So up first, we're going to see Chris Henderson pull his car out. And also Isaac Shepard's car out here. Chris, a 3.90. Yeah. You got a 3.90. Is this the Supermod? Your regular? Okay. Okay. Well, just bring me the lipo with the lipo in it. Everything else is good. Well, just before you get her out there. James Deckard says, welcome, LOL, I've been wrong before. Well, last week, Jason, he caught every wreck that you could possibly get. And the week before that wasn't much different than that week. So we'll see if Jason can stay out of trouble. But Jason likes to wreck people too. So you have to keep an eye out for old Jason. I've raced with him one time, tried to get out of his way, and he literally went from the bottom to the top just to take me out. And he says, oh, I thought you was Gabriel. But they're all racing for fun anyway. So, and sometimes it backfires. You guys know that. Any of you guys that's ever done any kind of RC racing knows sometimes when somebody's trying to get you, sometimes it does backfire. Blake Panel's got his car out there. I like to call it the Plum Crazy car. 96 lettered up with the yellow. Blake Panel's going to turn a 4.120. So far, the second fastest here in the beginner late model qualifying. Jamie Fulcher still left to get out there and run his 5 laps, 2 minutes and 30 seconds before that takes place. Here goes Jamie right now in his car. Jamie Fulcher owns a sticker wrapping place in Owensboro, Kentucky, and he's got his car wrapped up, looking good. So far, turning a 4.760. If you guys are interested in wanting to come out and race here at Lanes Raceway, if you're close enough, or even if you want to travel, we run the 1RC rules just like anywhere else. So bring you 1RC cars, come in and join us if you're on vacation or something. More than welcome. We don't limit this class to just people around here. Jamie, you're going to get a 4.610. All right, so he's going to pull that. We'll go ahead and finish this one. All right, dirt late model beginner class up now. Gabriel Kirtley, Jason Howard, Garrett Burden, Tim Hall. 5 minutes to get your qualify. Gabriel Kirtley out of the gate first here. He's already got him a couple of the A mains. Yes, qualifying. Gabriel Kirtley right now 3.51. 3.541 for Gabriel. Do you? All right, Jason 3770. Jason is protesting the time. It may be off, but I don't know. The system registered it though. I can't help it. All right, Garrett 4.390. Incoming Tim Hall. All right, Tim 3.590. Going to move on into the next heat here, guys. Next up, dirt modified. Gabriel Kirtley, Tim Hall, Garrett Burden. 5 minutes to qualify. The qualifying sets up for the heat race. The heat race sets up for the A and B main feature, which gets split. So we're just running through these things, trying to get everything set up for the A and B mains. No, you just go whenever you want. You just got to get those 5 laps in. Here comes Tim Hall here for his first lap. All right, Tim, a 4.20. Gabriel Kirtley out next. All right, Gabriel, 4.019. Garrett Burden currently in the pit section here, trying to get his car put together. He had to put an ECU in his car. It smoked it earlier today. Garrett Burden flirting here 2 minutes and 30 seconds before his time elapses. So let's see if I can get him in a different view here. All right, here comes Garrett now. He's got the body back on. All right, Garrett Burden, a 4.150. Not bad. Dirt Modified Heat 2 qualify. Blake Panel, Jamie Fulcher, Jason Howard. 5 minutes to qualify. Jason Howard up in the blue and white car right now. A scorching 3.970. 3.920. All right, Jason, 3.920. Up now we got Blake Panel. 4.210. All right, Blake, a 4.210. Jamie Fulcher's up next. All right, moving on to the next session. All right, Super Dirt Late Mod. Gabriel Kirtley, Garrett Burden, Tim Hall. 5 minutes to qualify. Gabriel Kirtley out first here. This is our super class. You'll see these cars here are a lot faster. A 3.120 as he flips it across the line. 3.120, Gabe. That's it. Yeah, that's your fifth. Tim Hall up next. He drops his super late model down. Tim Hall just a little bit of time different than Gabriel's. No, you broke out right there. You got a 3.130. Next up, Garrett Burden. Garrett Burton's got it down, folks. 3.290. But very smooth, keeping it under control. This might be a strategy for the win. All right, Garrett, a 3.290. Probably the smoothest in our dirt late model so far. All right, final heat super dirt late modified qualifier. Chris Henderson, Jamie Fulcher, Jason Howard, Blake Pannell. Chris Henderson's going to be up first. Woo! 3.170 is pretty quick. A 3.170, Chris. Now we got Blake Pannell out there in the old Plum car. A 3.1, nice. He's definitely done some work to that car since last week. All right, Blake, a 3.1. Jamie Fulcher and Jason Howard left in the qualifying. Then we'll be moving on into the heat races. Jamie Fulcher getting out there. Yeah, you go ahead, Jamie. Jamie Fulcher with a high side low down approach. Looking pretty good here. He's a lot smoother. All right, Jamie, a 3.670. Jason Howard will be up next. Jason Howard out for the first lap here. 3.180. He's got a nice look too. All right, Jason, 3.140. Excuse me. All right, guys, we're going into our first qualifier. That's what I got it set to. See the fastest lap. All right, guys, up first, Dirt Late Model Beginner Class, Heat 1 of 2, Blake Pannell, Garrett Burton, Isaac Shepard, Jamie Fulcher. This is a 20-lap heat. The red flag will only be called on flips. Blake Pannell out there in the front position, followed by Garrett Burton. Isaac Shepard waiting on Jamie Fulcher here. Now, guys, when you hear the tone of the red flag or you hear somebody say flip, stop where you're at because you can break out. All right, guys, listen for the tone. And we're starting this first 20-lap heat here. We got guys from the other race. Red flag. Garrett and Isaac, y'all, red flag going through there. You want to live track it? Green. Right now, Blake Pennell out in the lead. Now changed up by Garrett Burden. Garrett Burden now taking the lead. Nice hands, Jason. Looks like Jason's been doing this for life as he slings that car. 12 laps left to go. Our leader right now, Garrett Burden, with 9. Blake Pennell right there with him. Jason Howard keeping this thing green. 6 laps left to go. Garrett Burden out in the lead. Blake Pennell right on him. Jamie Fulcher there in third. The black car. Oh. Garrett Burden and Blake Pennell getting into it a little bit. Now separating each other by about a half a track length. All right, Garrett Burden's going to bring it home, followed by Blake Pennell, Jamie Fulcher, and Isaac Shepard. All right, guys. Dirt Late Model Beginner Class Heat 2 of 2. Gabriel Kirtley, Tim Hall, Jason Howard, Chris Henderson. The guys that just finished the race, if you don't mind, after you get your batteries hooked up, please come help track marshal. Jason Howard placing his car there in the third position. Gabriel Kirtley and Tim Hall running an impressive lap time here that Jason thought was falsification. Chris Henderson coming over here is going to get his car put down. Jason screams, go. Gabriel Kirtley getting his on there. All right, guys, if you were in the previous heat, please come help track marshal. Here comes Garrett Burden. All right, guys, listen for the tone. All right, out of the gate here. Red flag. Chris Henderson, Tim Hall, behind the line. Yeah, you got it. Well, the first lap ain't going to count for any of y'all. Jason Howard now in the lead. Tim Hall in second. Chris Henderson third. Gabriel Kirtley fourth. Gabriel's going to have some making up to do here as he's about a half track down from the pack here. Tim Hall looking to make some moves on Jason Howard. He takes him on the inside, and he's making the pass nice and clean. Tim Hall is now going to take over that first position. Jason Howard still trying to hang in there, doing the best he can here. Oh, red flag. All right, here we go. Jason and Tim now a whole lot closer together. Tim's battery seems to have just a little more juice than Jason's. Jason at the beck and call of a wreck. Tim Hall is going to bring it home, followed by Jason Howard, Chris Henderson, and Gabriel Kirtley. All right, heat 1 of 2 for the dirt modified. Tim Hall, Blake Panel, Jamie Fulcher. You're up first, 20 lap heat. Special thanks to our sponsors here at Lanes Raceway, Fairview IT Management, Livermore Subway next door to us here for offering up $1,000 for our 4 crowns. We do appreciate that. Blake Panel coming up to the lineup area. He'll be seated in second position here. Tim Hall will be in first position here. Jamie Fulcher getting his car seated up here on the third position. Guys, if y'all were in that previous heat, please come track marshal. Unless you're running. Jason is ready to flip some cars. All right, guys, listen for the tone. And we're off racing here. 3 going out. Tim Hall out to an early lead, followed by Blake Panel. Jamie Fulcher there right behind him. Tim Hall practicing here quite often during the week. He's got a lot more practice than most of these guys here. He's very smooth, as you can tell, down on the low side. But Blake Panel is definitely putting up a fight. Red. No, he red lit, Gabe. I got the red flag on him. Yeah. You need to start right next to Jamie. Where Jamie's at. All right, watch your lights. So Tim Hall got an extra lap there for a second. Tim Hall hitting the low side there, dodging a wreck from Jamie Fulcher. Blake Panel there in second position. All right, Tim Hall first, Blake Panel second, third, Jamie Fulcher. All right, heat 2 of 2, dirt modified. Jason Howard first, Gabriel second, Garrett Burden third. Garrett Burden getting his car placed there in the third position. Jason in the first, his blue and white car. All right, guys, if you were in that previous heat, please help track marshal.
If you race, you marshal. You don't marshal, you don't race.
All right, guys, listen for the tone. Jason got the wrong controller. Poor decision making on his part. And he finally found what he needed. Lucky for Jason, there's 2 rounds of heats. So he's not without hope yet, but he may be starting in the B main over that incident. He might have to fight his way into the A. Man, y'all ain't got no couth. Tim goes, good race except for Jason. Gabriel goes, that's how it goes. Cracking me up. Yeah, I seen it looked like Jamie had it under control, flipping it. Gabriel Kirtley's going to bring it home. Garrett Burden second. Jason Howard third. All right, heat 1 of 2, Super Dirt late model. Chris Henderson, Garrett Burden, Jamie Fulcher. If you were in that previous heat, please help track marshal. Hey T, if we got a newcomer into drag racing, there's a drag racing kit with controller and car for 160 down there. Chris Henderson getting his car situated in the first position. Y'all need to let Gabriel get you some labels made up on them controller heads. Jason's getting serious over here. He's pulling the hoodie off, folks. Jamie Fulcher getting his car situated there in third position in the super late model class. And we are waiting on Garrett Burden now as he's coming around here to get his set on second position. I need at least one more track marshal. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Chris Henderson out to an early lead here, followed by Garrett Burden. Jamie Fulcher there in third, trying to ride that high side. As you guys can tell, the Super Late Model class a whole lot quicker with the LiPo batteries. Some of the guys even having the 10,000K motors in these cars. They are definitely not wide open runners for sure. Hard hits. Nobody's flipping. Here we go. Staying on it. Chris Henderson still in the lead by 2 laps. We get a car spun around there. Spun around again. Oh, and hit hard. Nobody's flipped. We're still rolling. $18 laps, Chris Henderson. Red. Jamie behind the line. It's red, boys. When I hit red as soon as it flipped. Wait for the tone. Red. Go. All right, Chris Henderson, Garrett Burden, Jamie Fulcher. All right, second heat, dirt late model super. Blake Panel, Gabriel Kirtley, Tim Hall, Jason Howard. Blake Panel coming to get his car situated here. All right, guys, we need track marshals. Headset died there for a second. Garrett, we need track marshals, man. Jamie, this one here has got more people in it. We need as many as we can get. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Red flag. Blake Panel currently out in the lead here, followed by Gabriel Kirtley. Gabriel Kirtley looking to make a pass on the inside. He gets wadded up. We're going to get a flip here. Oh, then another one. Oh, he's back up. Red flag. Car goes in the infield. They're going to wipe the tires there. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Matt Green racing. We have 13 laps left to go in this heat. Tim Hall now currently out in the lead, followed by Jason Howard, Blake Panel. Jason Howard now in second. Red. Jason, go behind the line. Listen for the tone. Jason Howard gets taken out on the backstretch. Red. Gabriel, go behind the line. Yep. All right. All right, Tim Hall, Jason Howard, Gabriel Kirtley, Blake Panel. Should be finish position, right? Okay, but I think it's duplicate round, start by reverse finishing order. All right, guys, dirt late model beginner, heat 1 of 2. Isaac Shepard, Jamie Fulcher, Blake Panel, Garrett Burden. What happened? How do you do that, though? Okay. All right. Well, after this one, we'll be going into the main. All right, guys, got the Isaac Shepard, Jamie Fulcher, Blake Panel, Garrett Burden. What's that? Blake's spot? I mean, I wouldn't put myself down like that, Blake. I'd be like, can we make a spot up there for Blake? All right, guys, we got track marshals looking good. All right. Listen for the tone, 20 lapper. Ooh, 3 wide, going into turn 1. Tim's going to get that car sent. Looks good. Jason's going to get it flipped. Here we go. Looking good. Live tracking here. Track marshals, give them a round of applause. These guys are doing it. Blake Panel currently in the lead. Isaac Shepard in second. Garrett Burden in third. And Jamie Fulcher in fourth. Two cars getting involved in an incident there. Right there is why we have breakouts, folks. That way they don't get double counted or triple counted while going under the light there. Gabriel Cartley's going to throw that car around for Jamie Fulcher. 8 laps left to go. Blake Panel's out in the lead. He's holding it off there. Garrett Burton's right on his tail. Oh, a collision. Jason's gonna, he's got it. And Blake Panel's gonna come around. Blake Panel, Garrett Burden, Isaac Shepard, Jamie Fulcher. All right, final heat for the dirt late model beginner class. Gabriel Kirtley, Chris Henderson, Jason Howard, Tim Hall. Tim Hall getting his car placed there in 4th position. This is inverted, by the way, folks, after the first heat. All right, guys, we need track marshals. I know, I'm not going yet. All right, marshals in place. Guys, listen for the tone. Three cars bouncing and banging off of each other. Gabriel Kirtley currently in the lead, followed by Tim Hall, Jason Howard, Chris Henderson. Gabriel putting a block move up on Tim. Tim's going to be able to wiggle his way through. So is Jason. Red flag. Chris Henderson go behind the line. Chris Henderson. All right. Listen for the tone. Everybody and their brother getting hit here. Red flag. Chris behind the line. All right, listen for the tone. Back under green here. Gabriel Kirtley about a lap in front of people right now. So he's trying to get behind Jason here. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Gabriel and Tim side by side here. Tim now taking over the lead. Red flag. Well, Isaac and Chris has to go across the line. Green. All right, Tim, Gabriel, Chris, and Isaac. All right, guys, heat 1 of 2 for the Dirt Modified now. Jamie Fulcher, Blake Panel, Tim Hall. No, right now it's the second heat. Yeah. After this, we'll line up for the mains. And aren't we're cutting one from the super late, right? Or are we cutting one from all of them? Okay. 4 people and A. I like that. I think it makes a better race.
Well, I think the racing tonight's been a lot better with less people.
Whenever you guys start getting y'all skills up and stuff like that too, y'all can make the decision when we start adding more people into the A main. Guys, we're going to need track marshals too. Tim Hall trying to get the old late model in there. All right, track marshals in place. Listen for the tone. And we're green right now, 3 cars wide. Several cars getting hit. Blake Panel trying to go to the high side, getting taken. We're going to get a flip here. We got a flip. Thanks to Chris. Blake Panel getting hung on the wall. Blake Panel's sensitivity is radical on that car. Blake Panel hooking again on the inside wall. Tim Hall out in the lead, 6 laps. So you guys heard, hopefully, that one's going to get bumped from the B, and we're going to have 4 total in the A main in all classes. Jamie getting his car turned around there. All right, Tim Hall's going to bring it home. Blake Panel second. Jamie Fulcher third. The hell? All right. All right, guys, up now, Dirt Modified, second heat, Jason Howard, Garrett Burden, Gabriel Kirtley. Lori Hall, yay, Tim. Right now, lined up in first position, Jason Howard. Gabriel Kirtley getting lined up there in third. Garrett Burden still need to be lined up there in second. Here comes Garrett Burden getting his car lined up. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Two cars involved in it, still getting spun around there. Here we go. Getting her back under control a little bit. Jason Howard out in the lead, followed by Garrett Burden and Gabriel Kirtley. Garrett getting his car swapped back and forth there, giving Gabriel a little bit of room there. Jason Howard right there behind them. We got the yellow, the red, and the blue car. Yellow, Gabriel car Red car, Garrett Gabriel spinning out there. Blue car, Jason Howard. Jason Howard now in the lead by a lap. Garrett trying to make some moves here as he increases his gaining on Jason. Loses it there in 3 and 4, but he's gaining a little bit on 1 and 2. Gabriel Kirtley now gaining on Garrett as he goes to the high side and pushes Garrett low. Gabriel's going to swap up with Garrett. Jason Howard's running smooth here. It's going to be hard for Gabriel to make it with just 2 laps left to go. Jason Howard's going to bring it home. Gabriel Kirtley second. Garrett Burden third. And that's the end of the dirt modifying seating heats. All right, up now, Super Dirt Late Model. Jamie Fulcher, Garrett Burden, Chris Henderson. If you guys like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. Special thanks to our sponsors here at Lanes Raceway for the 4 Crowns Fairview IT Management out of Owensboro and Bowling Green, Kentucky for all your IT needs. Livermore Subway right next door to us. You can take a receipt from here, get 10% off every time you get a receipt here. Get you 10% off. Tonight, they actually have a meal deal, $6.99 chicken teriyaki 6-inch with a Coke and a bag of chips. Pretty good deal, folks. So if you're in the Livermore area, definitely check that out. Chris Henderson's got his car set in the 3rd position. We're now waiting on track marshals and Garrett and Jamie Fulcher. Lori Hall says, yay, Tim.
That's my girl.
Tim says, that's my girl. It's good when you got a girl that likes your racing, huh?
Cats are watching the race too.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're probably padding at the TV, ain't they?
Yeah.
All right, Garrett Burden's got his car. He's going to be seated there in 2nd position. So we're waiting on Jamie Fulcher right now. He's bringing his car around. You can also check the times out for these guys now that we have it updated. You can check it out on Lanes Raceway's live time to see where these guys stand overall against everybody. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Red light.
Can't win on the first lap, boys.
All right, guys, listen for the tone. Hang on. Listen for the tone, fellas. All right, here we go. Super late model. Final heat here. We're going to be jumping into the B main coming up next. And then after that, we'll have the big illustrious A main. One guy that we're not seeing here tonight that we usually see, Jeff. Kind of miss old Jeff. Usually he's in our open wheel modified class here at Lanes Raceway. And he keeps progressively getting better and better with the open wheel modifieds. Eight laps left to go. Chris Henderson out in the lead. 13 total laps. Glenn Burden there in second. Garrett Burden, sorry, in second there with 13 laps. And Jamie Fulcher there in third. Nice flips there from Jason. Red light. Listen for the tone. Chris Henderson going to come around here and take that first position possibly. He is. All right, Chris Henderson first. Garrett second. Jamie Fulcher third. All right, final heat for the evening in the Super Dirt Late Model class. Blake Pannell first, Gabriel second, Jason Howard third, Tim Hall fourth. Wait till you see when they go into the A and B main after this track gets a little dry slick. Oh, it's bad then. All right, guys, we're going to need track marshals here. Now, hey, Brian, just to let you guys know, when they do their feature race, that blue track will be shut off, okay?
Yeah, we can't concentrate.
Y'all got priority.
This is a quiet settlement over here. We gotta be.
Is it bothering y'all right now?
I'll just get my nerve. Only if it's on where it makes sound as in red flag or whatever. If you don't.
Okay. Well, like I said, in the A main and the B main feature, they can't race on it while that's happening. All right, guys, we got the track marshals. Listen for the tone. Blake Pannell out in the lead. Hard hits. Going to get her spun around there, possibly. Red flag. Garrett Burden there with the hook of life. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Deborah Kirk looked like he was stalled there for a second, but he gets her back under the way rolling. Red flag. Blake behind the line. All right, guys, listen for the tone. This one here, I really got to watch the cars, guys. Can't do much commentating as quick as they are. When I hit this red flag, I got to look for those red outlines when they flip. But Blake Pannell currently in the lead. He's hanging in there. He's been working on this car all week long. And he's got her hooking down low, and I mean hooking good, folks. It's definitely the super late model to watch. Tim Hall coming up behind him, sends him to the wall. Tim Hall now taking over the lead. Red flag. Blake, you need to go behind the line. All right, guys, watch your lights. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Jason Howard first, Tim Hall second, Gabriel Kirtley third, Blake Pannell fourth. All right, we're going to be heading into the mains here. I'll let you take a look at her, Gabe. I'm just watching him, see what he's setting here. We're going to add Jamie to the B. Okay. All right, guys. Dirt late model beginner class B main. Jason Howard, first place. Chris Henderson, second. Gabriel Kirtley, third. Isaac Shepard, fourth. Jamie Fulcher, fifth. We're going to have one bump here, folks. So race hard.
No. This bunch? Is first place the only one who qualifies to go into the A main?
What's that?
Is first place the only one who qualifies in the A main, right?
The first person's the only one getting bumped
Into
to
the
A
A.
main.
Okay.
So everybody else loses and they're done.
Okay. Who all's in the A main? I'm in it.
You're in it, Garrett's in it, and Blake's in it.
Like, okay, that's three. So
Mhm.
just one more. I know I'm in B main and I'm modified.
All right, guys, we need track marshals. 40 laps here.
Well, there's so many. Well, there's so many of us in this.
All right, guys, listen for the tone. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Red flag. Gabriel, go behind the line. No, the 7. Listen for the tone. Red flag. If you see yellow, you get it. If you see red, you don't. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Jason Howard out in the lead right now, 5 laps. It's shaping up for James to be correct here. 31 laps remaining. Jason Howard in the lead, followed by Gabriel Kirtley. He's really going to need Jason to wreck here. So we get a car blocked up high there. Car slapping down low. Red flag. Isaac Shepard behind the line. Jason Howard behind the line. Are y'all ready? All right, listen for the tone. Jason and Gabriel are really close together here. Jason and Jamie getting into a little contact there. Looks like Tim's going to get him. Red flag. Chris behind the line. Red flag. List for the tone. Gabriel and Jason side by side here. Very close race between these two. Oh, and Gabriel spins out on the backstretch. This is detrimental. 10 laps left to go. Jason Howard currently in the lead. Jason spinning out. 8 laps left to go. Jason a full lap up now on Gabriel. Jamie Fulcher and Isaac Shepard a lap difference between those two. Chris Henderson there towards the back with 21. Three laps remaining. Jason Howard's going to bring it home. Gabriel Kirtley second. Jamie Fulcher third. Isaac Shepard fourth. And Chris Henderson fifth. Jason Howard, can I have a few words with you? Jason Howard, of course, going to bring home that B main finish here tonight at Lanes Raceway. Let me get the camera right here, Jason, so I can get you in view this time.
Here, I'll come up here and set you lap. How's this?
That'll work. Let me get the mouse around you here.
Oh, he's playing with my tail.
I got to find the mouse. All right, let me get us in view here real quick for everybody. And I'll let you have the microphone here, Jason.
No, I'll just come sit with you. I'll sit right here with you.
All right.
Hello,
Jason,
guys.
how does it feel to bring home that B main?
You know, sticker, B main, C main, F main. Gabriel's got one less than I do, so it makes it all worth it while.
Are you going to bring home the A main and prove James Deckard right?
I sure hope so. How much money we got on this, James?
I don't know if James has got any on it yet, but right now you're the proud owner of a B main sticker.
Hey, Gabriel Kirtley, just letting you know I got 2 to your 1.
All right, that's going to end the B main for the Dirt Late Model Beginner class. Righty, let me get over here, move into the next one. All right, guys, up next, Dirt Late Model Beginner A main class. It's going to be Garrett Burden front, Blake Panel second, Tim Hall third, Jason Howard fourth. These guys are racing for the A main winner sticker here at Lanes Raceway. And it's 50 lapper, folks. So 10 more laps than what we see in the B main. And huge bragging rights, to say the least. Tim Hall already got his car out there. Garrett Burden getting himself lined up in the first position. Jason Howard going to be in the fourth position. Guys, if you're not racing, please help track marshal. Jason, James Deckard said, money-wise, when you was talking about it, James Deckard said all of it. Jason said he's going to do it just for you, James. All right, guys. Listen for that tone. Jason having trouble getting started here. He's got her up underneath now. He's rolling around. Smooth racing so far. Jason and Tim there with each other. Blake and Garrett hanging on there. It's all within a lap. Jason narrowly missing an incident there. 36 laps remaining. Jason getting into a little tussle there with the black car of Garrett Burden. Tim's going to take the low side here. His car a little quicker than Jason's. Tim currently in the lead there, 19 laps. Jason Howard's 19 laps. Very close racing here between these two. Tim Hall there in the yellow car, orange bottom there, holding it consistent. As we see Garrett Burden pull his car, something's going on. Bad battery, man. So we're down to 3 racers here. Blake Panel, Jason Howard, and Tim Hall. Blake Panel getting pushed to the high side there by Tim. Jason takes Blake right at the start-finish line. $16 laps left to go here. Tim Hall out in the lead. About half a track difference between him and Jason Howard. Blake Panel 2 laps down from Jason. As Tim, red flag. Listen for the tone. Blake Panel's car there flipping on the backstretch now. Back under control. Tim Hall in the lead. It's got about a half a lap difference between him and Jason. 8 laps left to go. Jason's going to need Tim to have a mess up or something to happen for him to even get close here. Tim's car running progressively quicker here. 3.72 is his fastest, but on average running a 3.902, about 0.06 of a second quicker. White flag here as Tim Hall's going to come around. Tim Hall's going to bring home the A main, followed by Jason Howard coming from the B main. Blake Panel there in 3rd position. Garrett Burden with a blown battery. We're going to have some words here in just a second here with Tim Hall. We got to make this official, folks. All right, let me get my stuff set over here. We'll have a talk here with Tim. All right, Tim. A-main sticker. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. A tough competition out there tonight. I'm just glad I got to come out front.
All right. Well, Tim, if you want to let everybody see you, you'll have to come a little bit closer. You got to get in here in this pouch with me here.
All right,
in
there
the
we go.
kangaroo pouch. All right, Tim.
There we go. How's that?
Looks good, Tim.
Thank you, sir. We'll see y'all in another race.
All right, Tim. I appreciate it, man. There you go. Put that on your box and start bragging to these guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. That's another one down there. So we're going to head back over here to the main screen here of the track. Let me get back over here on my other screen. And we're moving on into the B main dirt modified. It's going to be Garrett Burden, Blake Panel, Jamie Fulcher in the B main for the dirt modified. So somebody is going to be racing for a B-Main sticker here in the Dirt Modified. Go ahead and get it cut out for him so we can have a little bit of an interview here. Oh, Jason said James, he apologizes for not bringing it home. There's still a lot more racing left to go, Jason. We'll see if Jason does better here later on. Try to move the camera here a little bit, maybe get a little bit of these guys in here. Let's see how that looks here. All right, so now they don't have to get as close to me. Good, that'll work. Nobody likes getting too close to me. All right, Garrett Burden now getting his car placed there in the first position. Second position here is going to be Blake Panel, Dirt Modified. Jamie Fulcher there in the third position. They're racing 40 laps here in the B-Main. One guy is going to be going on. It'll be just a second here, guys. Blake forgot to get his picture made. Tim Hall, Jason Howard, and Blake there in the top three positions. Yeah. All right, now we see Jamie Fulcher getting his car out there. Guys, if you were racing in the previous, please help track marshal. Speaking of track marshals, we need more track marshals here at Lanes Raceway. Why don't y'all get on down here, get you one RC car and a month track time, get your practice up, start racing with these guys. Then we'll have all the track marshals we need. We could run a live race here without the input of me even having to touch this thing. I could do a lot better job commentating this race for you. All right, looks like we got track marshals in position. Guys, listen for the tone. All right, Garrett Burden out in front right now. Gabriel Kirtley helping Jamie Fulcher's car around. Right now, for some reason, showing Jamie Fulcher out in the lead here. Garrett Burden now in the lead. What's that? Arc Chaser. Hey, right now, your fan, well, James Deckard is telling you you need to be charging your battery, Jason. James Decker's telling you you need to be charging your battery. Jason says we're on it. Garrett Burden there in the lead there by one lap. Blake Panel right behind him. Blake Panel getting turned around there on the backstretch. Jamie Fulcher hitting the wall there. Two cars involved in the incident. Garrett Burden holding down about a third of the way through. 25 laps left to go. Gabriel Kirtley was going to help Jamie. Jamie helps himself here. So he gets turned back around. Him and Blake getting involved in the backstretch. It's like Jamie Fulcher there in turn one. Tim helping him out there. Garrett Burden dodging everything right now as he makes a low side pass there on Blake Panel. Now currently 23 laps of a total of 40. 16 laps left to go. Jason Howard just about got had. Jackson on here says big dog. Jackson, big frog. Garrett Burden there, still hanging on to it, now turning 30 laps. 10 laps left to go, and Garrett has dodged all incidents except that one right there. He finally gets hit. The other two guys there battling back and forth as Garrett gets taken out. Tim helps him out. Switch must have got hit, steering stuck or something. Garrett Burden, 32 laps, 29 laps. Blake Panel, 25 laps. Jamie Fulcher, 7 to go. Hard hit there on the inside wall from Blake Panel, but he's getting her straightened out. Garrett Burden keeping his composure. You can see the sweat is real. Jamie Fulcher spun out there. He's going to fix his own car here as we go 3 wide in turn 4. Garrett gets turned. Jackson says, I just bought a 1/32 scale die-cast car. That's cool. Garrett Burden's going to bring it home. Blake Panel, second. Jamie Fulcher, third. Close race, guys. 3 laps. Go ahead and finish that. Bump up Garrett Burden into the A main. And it is official. I can't remember if I officialed the last one or not, but nonetheless, that was official. All right, A main, Tim Hall, Gabriel Kirtley, Jason Howard, Garrett Burden. Jackson says, like 6 of them, they should be here Thursday. Well, that's cool. So the 1/32 die-cast cars, are they like Hot Wheels cars, or what type of car are they? Jason Howard there, he's going to get himself positioned there in 3rd position. First position there, Tim Hall. This is the A main, folks. 50 lapper here. I'll send them on the message. All right, sounds good, Jackson. 4th position here, Garrett Burden. All right, guys, we need track marshals. Okay. Hey, guys, if y'all do not mind, here now in the A main, the blue track, just hold off until the A main's done. They're racing an A main race here. All right, Jamie, you're there in the corner. All right, guys. Listen for the tone. Here we go. 4 cars starting out. Tim Hall leading the way. I need to have a conversation, too, about the B main. I forgot to get a conversation there with Garrett Burden on how well he did here in the B main. Red flag. Jason behind the line. No, you're back where you're at. Jason's the only one that missed it. All right. All right now, Garrett Burden out in the lead, followed by Tim Hall, Jason Howard, and Gabriel Kirtley. Jackson, they did send, man, but I got to watch this race for 50 laps. Got to make sure I don't miss anybody that goes red here. If you look in the bottom left, whenever I hit red flag, if we see a red outline around their name, that means they didn't get the lap, and we have to start them over behind the line. So it takes a lot of my viewing away from me. But I will check it out here in just a second. Tim Hall currently in the lead. Garrett Burden there in second. Gabriel Kirtley in third. Jason Howard in fourth. It's all within a lap or so here, folks. It's a very tight one. Everybody giving each other room, running very, very tight and close. As Garrett goes on the inside. Red flag. Gabriel, you need to go behind the line. You didn't. You need to go behind the line too. Let it clear. All right. Listen for the tone. Tim Hall and Garrett still first and second, holding down by about a lap between Gabriel and Jason. Very tight race. Garrett Burden and Tim, as we see Garrett take the inside. Oh, is he going to take it? He does. He's taking the inside there on Tim Hall. Garrett Burden now your leader, 22 total laps, 27 remaining. Oh, guys, I can't stop it. I lost the stream. Hang on. Y'all just keep going. Don't wreck. All right, I got it. Garrett Burden still in the lead, 27. We had a timeout there through Fairview IT. That helps us not get hacked here, folks. Oh, we get it back on the restream here so we can see chat. Garrett Burden in the lead, 30 laps. He's got about what looks to be about an eighth of the track up on Tim, but Tim's right there on his tail. Now Gabriel Kirtley's coming in the mix here, and he's starting to slowly gain a little bit. Tim Hall there now gaining a little bit on Garrett Burden. Garrett Burden just holding his own down low. 16 laps left to go. A close race between these three racers here. Gabriel Kirtley about a quarter of a lap down from Garrett and Tim, as Garrett's changing up his strategy here, and he takes Tim out. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Ten laps left to go here. Garrett, you didn't drive that all the way back to the front, did you? It looks like you're 2 laps up for some reason. He's 1 lap up for sure because I've been watching it, but he should only be about 1 up after that wreck. No. We're just going to delete a lap off of you is what we're going to do. Garrett Burden first, Tim Hall second, Jason Howard third, Gabriel Kirtley fourth. Well, Garrett, it worked out because I didn't get to talk to you in the B main, so why don't you just come on over here real quick. What a race between you three. You, Gabriel, and Tim, come on in this picture here. I got an A main. And did I already give you the B main? No, all right, let me cut you a B main out and you can hold them both up there. You have just ran off and took it with the open wheel modified. Last week, doing good with the open wheel modified. You know what makes me happy? The happiest is that this used to be the track car here at Lanes Raceway that you ended up getting off of us at a good used price. Wouldn't you say, Garrett? Yeah. About a little less than half the price. Garrett, let us know what you think about the open wheel modified class here.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was a kind of a hectic race towards the end. I accidentally caught Tim's car on the second to last lap, and I was like, well, there went our race, but it all ended up pretty good. But
so you think Tim might be a little upset about that
yeah,
tight race in there?
Yeah, and I apologize for that. I didn't mean to wreck him and lose him the race. We were both running pretty good together.
All right,
but all right.
Before you get pictures, better go get some pictures there, Garrett. All right, Garrett Burden bringing home both the A main and the B main, climbing the ranks there. You hardly ever see that, guys. You know that. Usually whenever a guy bumps up from the B, he doesn't get to make it there all the way to the first position. That's to be pretty rare, to say the least. But nonetheless, that incident between him and Tim Hall pretty much solidified Garrett there. We'll see if Tim will be kind to him next time when they get a little bit side by side. We might have a little bit of a rivalry here between these two, but that's yet to be seen. All right, guys, after the picture, we'll be moving on into the Super Dirt Late Model B main race. That's going to be Garrett Burden in first, Gabriel Kirtley in second, Blake Pannell in third, and Jamie Fulcher in fourth. So we'll go ahead and get the B main sticker cut out here. Maybe this time I won't forget. Right after this, Jackson, I'll take a look at the messages here, and we'll see these cars you got here. Looks like I'm about ready to swap the old blade out on my knife. Okay, head to my messages here. Sorry about that, my headset went out. So it says Jada Toys Pink Slips, 132nd die-cast cars, assortment of 4-ounce, one-piece styles, may vary, models may vary. So I'm clicking on the Walmart ad here. Oh, these are pretty cool. I see the Ford GT there, a little bit of super action. Lamborghini Hurricane. Looks like the, what is that, the Poltante or something edition. That looks like a McLaren 720 and a Mercedes truck. I can't remember what that's called, but and then a Porsche looks like a GT2. Pretty cool. So what are you going to do with those, Jackson? You're going to race them in a Hot Wheels track or something? So guys are just now getting their pictures made over. You can't really see that, but over at the podium right now. We have several drag racers here tonight getting prepared for tomorrow's family night drag race. And we're kind of in a hiatus on the blue track currently while we're racing RC. Gabriel Cartley's going to get some batteries charged there. Glenn Burden hanging out there with them too. Glenn's got a couple cars over here that we've been working on, trying to get those done. And of course, Thursday we'll be racing some drag racing action, and Glenn's been doing pretty good in that. Actually got light money the other night. Here comes Garrett Burden. Garrett Burden going to get his car slotted there in the first position. We'll see if we can keep the trend alive here in the B main. Only one of them's going on. And Blake Pannell, our final racer. Guys, if you're not racing, please help track marshal. I know you got it, Jason. You're quicker than Rick over there. Jason's got the hook of life there. Don't mind his brash comedy. That's just Jason. Now he's all of a sudden Donatello. All right, guys, everybody got their car on. Jamie's got the wrong controller. That could have been detrimental. Jackson says, I think I'll start to collect them. I'll tell you right now, it's a pretty good hobby. I did it a lot when I was kids. I collected the muscle machines is what I collected. All right, guys, listen for the tone. All right, Tim's going to get him flipped. Oh, as we get 3, 4 involved in the incident. High side there for Blake Pannell. He makes a good decision. Red flag. Yeah, everybody got it. Who's this guy here? All right, cool. Listen for the tone. Blake went to the high side and dodged y'all. Yeah, the racers wondering why Blake got that lap. Well, they had the incident there in the back stretch, then immediately had an incident on the front stretch, and Blake dodged both of them. That's how he was able to complete it. Red flag. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Jackson says they aren't used to late model power. Well, this is a super late model here, Jackson. I don't know if very many people are used to it. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Gabriel Kirtley currently in it. Red flag. Yeah, he got it. Listen for the tone. And a car turned around here. And another one slamming. Red flag. Gabriel, go behind the line. Let it clear. All right, guys, listen for the tone. Somebody upside down? Go ahead, it's green. Red flag. Garrett behind the line. Green flag. Gabriel sent Jamie Fulcher there. Jason doing his best not to get killed. Jackson says, I got that in the bag. Well, all you can do is come get one and bring it out here. Red flag. Gabriel Kirtley behind the line. All right, guys. Gabriel and Jason having some words back and forth. Blake and Gabriel side by side. Red flag. Gabriel behind the line. All right. Red flag. Green. Red flag. Blake behind the line. Green. Seven laps to go. Gabriel Kirtley out in the lead by a hair. Hard hits as everybody's involved here. Blake Panel currently in the lead, 39 laps. Red flag. Red flag. Just drive it through. Gabriel Kirtley first. Blake Panel second. Garrett Burden 37. 34 for Jamie Fulcher. All right, Gabriel Kirtley's going to, of course, get the bump up here into the A main. But what a close race between him and Blake Panel. It boiled down right there to the end. So this will be official. We'll have a few words here with Gabriel Kirtley coming up here in just a moment. All right, we're waiting on Gabe to come and receive his B main sticker. Right now, currently blown out shock or something. Jackson says, I know that you miss me coming in there all the time. Yeah, Jackson, we all miss you, man. You ought to come back and hang out with us. Glenn, you going to take this for Gabe? Jason Howard over here. Jason, you got something to say on Gabe's behalf?
I am super proud of Gabe. He was broke. He hit her on the wall and held her wide open. He was out for a victory. He's really upset, though, because now we're even on stickers, but I'm going to win the main just to show him.
Thank you, Jason. I was going to have Glenn just take it for him, but Jason, he wants to ham it up, folks. He's worse than me. Blake, come on over here. Let's have us a chit chat. You were so close. Blake doesn't even want to talk, folks. All right. Jackson, well, isn't that nice of him? Oh, yeah. All right. A Main, Chris Henderson, first place. Second place, Jason Howard. Tim Hall, third. Gabriel Kirtley, fourth. Yeah, guys, do not forget when the red flag pops out, if you don't stop where you're at, you run the risk of getting a breakout. When you go through and I hit it and I call your name, you need to get back in front of the start finish line. If I don't call your name, it means you got the lap and everything's good. Yellow means you get it, red means you don't. But you don't want to get outside of your time that you're running, because if you do, it's more detrimental. All right, guys. This is the A main for the Super Dirt late model. I got to get this thing cut out for them. And this is the one that everybody wants, folks. Jackson says he thinks that the chat is delayed. It may be a little bit, Jackson. We're connecting to 3 different live streams. Guys, if you're not racing, please help Track Marshal. My prep's drying is what Jason says. Jason has one more chance at an A main here. We'll see if he can pull it off. But yeah, Jackson, the delay, it might be that I'm not reading it right when I'm talking to you. I'm also doing other stuff here, cutting out A main tags and stuff like that too. James Deckard, he's still in the chat here. He might be hoping that Jason makes it. All right, racers, listen for your tone. Red flag. Listen for the tone. Gale Force Raceway says hello again, all. Hello, Gale Force Raceway. You made it just in time for the super late model. Red flag. Listen for the green. We've lowered the count for the A main to 4. Red flag. Listen for the green. Yes, these are the super late models. They are quicker. They run 10,000 K motors and LiPo batteries versus our out of the box stock 1RC cars. Red flag. Listen for the green. Guys, don't take off. You'll lose your lap. Red flag. Jason Howard behind the line. I'm going to tell you guys, if y'all take off before y'all hear that green, you will break out. So, that's on you guys. Is everybody on there? All right, guys, listen for the green. 10,000. OMG. Red flag. Man, it's a brutal one here. I can't even read 2 seconds. 10K OMG. I remember mine having the old 540s, which I don't think they even hit 75K. Normally, these out of the box are 78K. Jason's going to clean his tires. We allow that when they go on the infield. A little bit more dust collected on the infield. So he's going to get those cleaned up. They're racing for a big gold A-main sticker here, and this is pretty much our main event for the night. It is definitely the hardest class to run for sure. But yeah, 10K is a lot, and really you don't need it. Really, you just need a lipo in these, and that's super late model enough. And Jason with a bowling ball gets it to flip. It must be all them years of skill, isn't it, Jason? All right, guys, listen for the green. You've seen it here, Jason bowling his car down there. Hopefully I didn't break anything, but we'll see. They're going 4 wide here, not giving anybody any room, bouncing back and forth. Red flag. Listen for the green. Red flag. You got redded. You need to go behind the line, Tim. Gabriel, what are you doing? Oh, I didn't see that he got it. The only one I seen that didn't get it was Tim. All right. Watch your light. Tim Hall now in the lead. Red flag. Watch your light. Chris Henderson there at the start-finish line. Red flag. Gabriel and Tim behind the line. Is everybody on? Watch your light. Hard to focus here if these cars going as quick as they are. See a car getting straightened out there. Red flag. Tim behind the line. All right, guys, listen for the light. Gabriel currently in the lead here, followed by Jason Howard, sorry. Red flag. Listen for the light. Sweet mercy, everybody's hitting Tim. Red flag. Listen for your light. 18 laps left to go. It's been a brutal, super late model class here. As the track does get dry slick, if you guys want to run some more, we'll probably do a little freshening up on the track here. This happens every week. Red flag. Listen for your light. Red flag. Listen for your light. Well, they might as well paint a bullseye on Tim as he's took probably a hit from every car every lap. Red flag. Chris and Gabriel behind the line. Jason Howard currently in the lead here. Who knows what's going on here? So we see Brian Bender helping out there. Jason now in the lead by 2 laps. Red flag. Listen for your light. I don't know him by name, but I already know Jim's car is getting hit bad. Go. I never hit red flag. Red flag. Tim is the yellow and orange car. And we got a car off in the infield here. Now, Jason, you lose a lap there. I'm just saying. Okay, if it did. Are you going to clean your tires? All right, watch your light. Jason Howard's going to take it. Gabriel Kirtley second. Tim Hall third. Chris Henderson fourth. James Deckard says, I think it's G9A, but it could be GG's. Gale Forest Raceway, yeah, obvious. Got whacked a few times. Yeah, no doubt. Tim, he might as well had an arrow or what do you call it? A bullseye on his car. You're good to go. Yeah, it was brutal, to say the very least. Very brutal. But we are going to finish this race. We'll make it official. All right, Jason, come on over here. Let me give you this sticker. No, that's the next races are $5. All right, Jason. Let them know what you think.
Well, I don't really know. That was a rough one. Put on a heck of a race. Gabriel was on point till something broke. Too many wrecks. It's what happens with these little things. When this little shot comes off, they're done for. But Gabriel managed to hold it together and have a good race. I'm pretty proud of him. But more proud of myself. I got another sticker over here.
Well, that's definitely going to make Gabriel want to come back next week. James Deckard says, go ahead and bring home the win. So Jason's very happy about getting that win here, and we're happy for Jason. Like I said, it was brutal out there. Tim Hall, he was up front doing quite well. It seemed like he had a target on his back. Everybody and their brother hit him about 30 or 40 times there at one time, and that kind of put him out of the runnings. Then it boiled down to Gabriel and Jason there running towards the end, and they were swapping back and forth between each other. Chris just never could get his car to handle real good there towards the end. He might have to work a little bit on his car and get that back up, but even at that, he still turned 37 total laps. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in to this week's full plethora of 1RC racing we've done here at Lanes Raceway. And we'll definitely do it next week. We may do some more racing here with the guys, but we're going to shut the live stream down now. And if we do some more racing, I'll help the guys track marshal and stuff like that, just to let them know how much we appreciate it. We usually have like some $5 races after this with some $5 track bucks to go to the winner. But as for the A main, B main stickers to be handed out, like you guys have seen, they have came and they have went. The bragging rights for this week are over with. So thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you, and I'll see you here Friday for some drag racing action.